Here is a question most organizations are not asking loudly enough. Has the Chief Human Resources Officer role kept pace with what enterprises actually need from human capital leadership today? The data says no, and the data is not subtle about it. Global employee engagement sits at 20%. CHRO tenure has dropped to just over 4 years. When a new CEO arrives, 2 out of 3 will replace their CHRO. And more than 60% of business leaders still view HR as primarily administrative. That is not a perception problem. That is a performance verdict.
The traditional CHRO role was built for an era of stable employment contracts, predictable career paths, and organizations that competed through scale. The job was custodial. Fill headcount, manage compliance, administer benefits, run the engagement survey, organize the town hall, collect the workplace certification. Repeat. That era is over. Artificial intelligence has decoupled output from headcount. The gig economy has made the boundary of who works here almost meaningless. And the value of human contribution has shifted from volume to judgment, the ability to frame problems, exercise discretion, and create value that machines cannot replicate. Yet too many HR functions are still optimizing for the old game. They are managing pipelines when the actual system is a network. They are chasing benchmarks when the real question is contribution elasticity. They are reporting organization-wide engagement scores that average away every insight worth acting on. What needs to replace this is not a better version of the old model. It is an entirely different seat. The CHRO of the next decade must operate as 5 things simultaneously. A strategist who co-authors enterprise direction, a scientist who demands evidence over precedent, an ecologist who understands that organizations do not have one culture but many, an ethicist, and an architect of capability systems.
This means treating human capital as an asset class, not a cost line. It means replacing recycled experience with first principles thinking. It means moving from compliance policing to regulatory intelligence, from engagement surveys to polyculture diagnostics, from conference keynotes to operational depth. The organizations that understand this distinction first will build human contribution architectures their competitors will spend years trying to replicate. Those that do not will keep producing eloquent presentations about the future of work, while their best people, quietly and without fanfare, choose to build that future somewhere else. That choice is the one variable no algorithm will fully predict and no process will fully control. It is the province of the new CHRO to understand it and to build organizations worthy of it. Read more in the article by Kaushik Srinivasan.